What's up new fags and nobodies? Big player SwagNews here, giving the final farewell to our lovely co-host Atomic Squid 110. Right, it's just me, it's Justin. Atomic has decided that he had enough of 9B90, and decided to go read the news to the angels, leaving his dear companion. Perfectly fine. Never been better. In fact, I already have a replacement. Yes, I already have a new co-host. Who is it you ask? You, from the audience. Yes, come here. This is the new co-host of SwagNews. Why did I choose him? Something about him sounds about right. Like he's a spirit fundamentally similar to that of our late co-host, and yet new enough to appeal to even the newest of new fags.
Actually, I joined in 2016.
Indeed, tomorrow. Tomorrow you will, my friend. Name's Miniman, right?
Why are you acting like we haven't known each other for years?
Love this guy's spirit. Please clap for Miniman 392, my new co-host.
I didn't tell you the figures after my name.
Intro. It's been way too long since I set foot in this studio. Tell you what, medium dude.
Miniman.
Whatever, it's not easy to remember new fag names.
I'm not a new fag.
Anyways, since you're new around here, how about we make something nostalgic? Yes, that should bring back the magic.
I don't follow.
Just read the script and you'll be fine.
This is a bunch of gibberish and cringeworthy joint date flexing. Who the hell writes this?
Enlightened people, no doubt. Now, for some actual news. It's Justin. The 9B90 official Discord is increasingly short of manpower, as its moderators resign one after the other out of sheer boredom.
Why did you say that it's Justin? It's been months.
We could say that the decline of officials started with Exar's resignation, though there definitely was nothing boring about that one.
Here it says make fun of gay small player, and then there is a quite crude drawing of what seems to be a dick with eyes and mouth captioned Shreddish Noodle.
Oh, my bad. Those must be notes from the cancelled episode.
SwagNews, this dick is crying. Why is Shredder's dick crying?
That's none of your business. We're not doing that anymore. Just turn the page.
You know what? I don't want to know. Official moderators Shredder5 and Exa decided to enter a quite questionable online relationship in the past year, and when, in June, this was discovered, JJ forcibly retired both of them.
That, however, was just the beginning of the end for official. Clifford resigned not long after because he was bored, and so did many of the other moderators within the following month. This has escalated to the point where iSlime is the last man standing of the old guard of official moderation. Remember iSlime, you guys?
Oh god.
Here to be interviewed about his position we have the last admin of 9B90 official, iSlime.
Me. Excited. Not. Me not. Hello. iSlime sad. Me is a slime.
Oh god, he's malfunctioning again. Cut the cameras. Ugh, what's wrong with him now? Try hitting him a couple times, see if that works.
Pain. iSlime only ever feel pain, even as robot with no real meaning. iSlime is alone in this unending universe. What is my purpose?
Oh god, he's become sentient. Hit him more. There we go. That should have done the trick.
Me not so excited to be back again so soon.
iSlime, it's no secret that barely anything ever happens on official, considering absolutely nobody actually uses it. How do you even bring yourself to moderate what amounts to the Discord equivalent of watching paint dry?
In iSlime opinion, that would make official good. When barely anyone talk, no one make fun of iSlime. And with fewer messages, it easier for iSlime to keep up. Teachers put iSlime special classes because of this.
For all of you viewers at home, iSlime used to be a moderator on public but chose to hedge his bets on official instead. Don't ask this guy for any lottery numbers.
Here we go again. Now SwagNews try to make iSlime mad. Why you still bully iSlime after all these years?
Okay, calm down now, we don't want you short-circuiting. Clearly, official has a very different dynamic when compared to public. Do you think it has any other advantages?
Yes. When server go down, JJ can say server is down so people know server is down.
Wouldn't people already be able to figure that out if they can't log in?
People know if problem is them or server.
But there's literally a live chat option on both servers, wouldn't that make it kind of obvious?
Now that iSlime think, maybe me choose wrong Discord.
Wait, you think? You can do that?
Producers tell iSlime if he suffer through SwagNews insults me can have a weed brownie after. When does weed brownie part come?
Patience, that'll come soon. We just have one more question for you.
Good, because iSlime head's starting to hurt.
Did Shredder ever try to touch you? You seem like an easy target to manipulate.
No comment, no comment, no comment, no comment, no comment, no comment, no comment. JJ programmed iDroid CPU to self-destruct if asked questions regarding open quote Shredder 5 close quote. iSlime.
Oh god, someone shut him off right now.
Hate Spawn? Love Russia? Then come on down to the 9p90 Blackwing store. We have totem kits, PvP kits, survival kits, build kits, and vodka kits. Kits only cost 80 ruble. Come on down.
In other news, professional mod pinger and map artist Old Chum sent shockwaves through the Minecraft Reddit community by creating an enormous, record-breaking map art.
The piece, called Veil, is composed of 216 pieces, leading everyone to ask one question: does Old Chum shower?
The sheer volume of the piece shattered the previous records to map arts and accrued almost 15,000 upvotes on the official Minecraft subreddit.
Now, that was a wholesome big chungus moment. However, the victory was short-lived thanks to the incompetence of our dear server owner, JJ.
An unknown player calling himself Furrit managed to obtain operator status and create chaos on the server.
Hehehe, furry.
In spite of this, the exploiters proved to be either really kind or really stupid. They do not seem to have exploited this weakness for the gain.
I'm disappointed. You backdoor 9b90, and you just spam and TP everyone to a monument to autism? Really?
Isn't that more or less what you all did when you got up that one time?
Quiet, new fag. To justify himself, JJ posted a very convoluted technical excuse on Reddit. I, of course, did not read a single word of it, because I'm not a nerd.
Not surprised.
Besides, that's all crap. There's a simpler and much better explanation. JJ must have ran cracked future.
But doesn't he only use worst, and hasn't he turned down Fibula's offer to buy him future?
Shush, you. Everybody will take that explanation over reading that wall of text. Anyways, we can conclude that there was no exploiting and it's all JJ's fault.
Really starting to question accepting to work here.
Now for an interview with the author of the map art, Josh Itron, better known by his Discord handle Old Chum.
Before we begin, I'd like to thank you both for having me.
Why, yes, of course, Mr. Chum. Now tell us what made you want to know life 3 months of your IRL time to make such a giant map.
Well, SwagNews, where do I begin? Oh yes, I'll begin here. Well, there I am involuntarily celibate yet again on a Friday afternoon. And I think to myself, what can I do to garner at and recognition for myself? I did not want to do anything too controversial, so I had to keep a low profile for the entirety of the time I worked on the map. Only a few key people knew about it, and that's the way I wanted it to be. If I was caught in the middle of a scandal in public per se, all the work would have gone down the drain because I would have gotten the wrong type of recognition. I didn't start too many arguments around.
And that's where you fucked up. Always start shit.
SwagNews.
Well, anyways, I kept myself out of the limelight to make sure that all the internet points and clout were worth it.
Okay, cool. But did the map get you any pussy?
No comment.
Okay then, moving on. A certain nobody, you might have heard of him, named Salc1 decided he would make a video dedicated to your map, considering it's Minecraft's biggest map art ever. However, there has been quite a bit of controversy surrounding this video. Would you mind explaining what happened?
Well, what happened was Sal C1 decided to go all fit MC on the video and make everything centered around 2B2T.
Classic move.
Sal barely mentions 9B at all in his video, and when he does he implies I only play on 9B because JJ made a plugin that will protect my map from true anarchy.
And you confirm that you don't play 9B just because of that?
Yes, of course.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Mr. C1 who could be tuned into tonight's news? In all fairness, he's probably watching Pop Bob News. But if he was tuned on our show, what would you say?
First and foremost, I'd like to say,
fuck you, Sal, okay? 2B2T players are the most stuck-up people I've ever fucking seen. Whoop-de-fucking-do, your map is old. Suck my nuts, dude. Your community is 99% degenerate FitMC fans that have no autonomy over themselves. They just suck him off, okay? Fuck you. Stop treating servers like 9B as simple clones that never branched off from 2B, okay? We have our own identity. We have what makes us us. And finally, fuck you for changing and twisting my words, you fucking faggot.
Based.
Thank you so much for come on for an interview, chum. Hope you find a girlfriend, man.
Every day, so many people among us suffer from an awful, awful disease. This disease is a developmental disorder known as autism. By donating just $1 a month, you can help find a cure for this retarded-ass bullshit. I urge you, please, to make just this small donation to hopefully find a cure for these troubled people. How is it even possible to be this damn retarded? How? We will stop at nothing until we find a cure for this awful, awful thing. Hey, hold on. Why is this up? Take this down now. Take it down. Okay, listen, retards. Can you just donate already? I'm gonna scam you. Just donate, okay? Send me Bitcoin, please.
We're back. As you probably noticed by the surge in X 2020 messages both on the subreddit and on public, this year's elections are also getting increasingly close. Like, final vote in a few days close.
The amount of people who will sell all their dignity for a shiny role is as astonishing as ever. The jungle primaries saw the participation of 30 candidates, many of whom remarkably unknown.
Multiple Ngos have expressed concern about the regularity of elections. There has been massive use of alt accounts by some of the top runners, as well as an attempt to flood public with people who previously weren't in it in order to push for a certain candidate.
The main offenders of this, according to the impartial vote-checking committee, were Mine King 222 and Nkim 123, respectively number 4 and number 1. More on Mine King's pedophilia allegations and Nkim's ties to the North Korean government later.
The Scientist Foundation, in particular, has observed that no old fags made it out of the jungle primaries. And as if that wasn't enough, the two candidates most old fags turned out of desperation, which were also the front runners, ended up dropping out.
Supreme 2 and Temporel both dropped out of the elections without giving proper explanations, allowing official plants such as VFM to participate. Many impartial observers have speculated that this may have happened as a result of blackmail and bribery.
As the light of democracy fades, two candidates very different from each other seem to fight for the right cause. The cause of keeping the unending masses of new fags at bay and not allowing them to elect one of them as president. These two heroes are one JSL and Jacob 171W.
Both were famous in their own right even before running for president. Both have participated in all debates so far, while the number 1 of the primaries, Nkim, did not show up to even a single one.
JSL was by many expected to become a cabinet member of Supreme's administration, but as the conservative leader, as well as his main inside opponent, dropped out. He found himself suddenly having the biggest backing.
JSL also received endorsement by many significant characters, both of the dropped-out candidates Temporal and Supreme 2, as well as the standing President Jot. Even Fraaz endorsed him, together with Jacob.
JSL 2020 here, but let's move on to the next candidate. Jacob is no doubt a controversial figure. Starting his campaign as early as January, he was by many considered the ultimate underdog.
Many laughed him off due to his speech impairment and controversial views, but he kept going, and that eventually paid off, as now he's likely among the top 3 candidates, mostly thanks to his brilliant performance during the debates.
Could it be that Jacob was the new fag who was promised the prophecies said would come to redeem the dignity of all new players after years of retardation?
What?
Here to be interviewed we have the man himself, Jacob 171W.
Thank you for having me.
We're ecstatic to have you here.
Wow, I've never seen SwagNews be this nice to a new fag before.
Normally I wouldn't be this nice, but Jacob here drops nothing but red pills when he opens his mouth.
That's right, when I'm president, fake news propagandists like Jot News will be packing their bags and running to 4B.
I think I just came.
Okay, that was weird. I'm just going to pull this conversation back to somewhere a little more normal. Jacob, many of your critics have been claiming that a number of your policies and statements prove that you are deeply anti-Semitic. How would you respond to those accusations?
Well, I would not say I'm anti-Semitic, because to be honest, I don't know what that means.
It means you hate Jews.
Oh well, in that case, you could say I'm anti-Semitic because those bastards took my fortune and I want it back.
Like I said, nothing but red pills.
Wow, that is a lot to unpack. Moving on, it's no secret that you've been a long-shot candidate for the duration of this election. Why should voters give their support to you in such a crowded race?
I'm tired of all of this long-shot talk. Back in January, people were saying I was only going to get 1 vote. Well, guess what? I got more than 1 vote. I got a lot more than 1 vote. I placed top 6, and on top of that, 2 of the top 3 candidates dropped out. The race is wide open for me, and I'm the candidate willing to put in the work and get those votes.
Amen. Jacob. With your based leadership, 9B90 will finally ascend to its potential, as was foretold in the prophecy of the chosen new fag.
The prophecy of the what?
Workers of 9B90, rise up! Overthrow the masters who hold you down with their lies and tricks. No more corruption, no more mods, no more circumcisions.
Oh my god, cut his mic.
This server will bathe in holy flames which will burn a pathway into the divine unknown.
Why'd you do that? I was listening to his sermon.
Just roll the ad.
Are you tired of having to pay for clients and divorce lawyers? Then look no further than JJ Certified Cracked Future. Studies have shown that installing Cracked Future on your computer increases your IQ by several hundred points, while also saving you a whole $20. Don't believe me? Hear what this longtime Cracked Future user has to say.
Hey all, JJ20051, aka Wire Tombstone, to tell you that installing Cracked Future to my laptop was the best choice of my life. Once I was like you, playing on an anarchy server not wanting to pay for clients or divorce lawyers. But now, thanks to Cracked Future, that's all gone.
You heard him, folks. Cracked Future is the future. Don't wait around. Get yours today.
As new fag groups such as Blackfire, Hanukkah Club and Poop Gang squabble amongst themselves.
The writer totally didn't just paste those names from that lame meme to pretend he knows what he's talking about.
There is drama in the more established community as well.
Damning accusations have been made against key figures such as Sriracha King and Broken Griffin.
And for once, I know who that is, because Broken is on the big player list.
The drama went public as Broken Griffin posted a screenshot on the subreddit of his mapart base hosting more than 33 maps, being griefed, claiming it was done by Supreme 2.
Supreme, as the former member of the group known as ISIS, isn't new to this type of terrorist violence. However, an official reply by Soup Gang showed up on the subreddit about an hour later, in a post whose length far exceeded my interest in the subject.
For those that did not follow the events of the base grief, the short version is that MineKing222 and Kibbo23, Newfag and Old Fog showed up at Super Base 2 but were cooked out by Johannes 2013 who blew up the base first.
We're still doing the wrong name gag? Fine by me.
The main point is that, according to Soup Gang, it was either Broken Griffin, Sriracha or both who leaked coordinates to MineKing. The evidence itself seems to be fairly damning.
I don't know, dude. It seems mostly circumstantial and overall inconclusive to me. And even if it were true, #legalize new fact hunting. I counted more old fags on the griefers side, so I mean,
that's probably as good as it gets on an—
Luckily for us, we have here on our show the renowned and unbiased fact checker Jot.
Since when do the words Jot and the unbiased stay in the same sentence without imploding?
Hello, new fags and welcome everyone to Fact Checking with Fact Checker Jot, not to be confused with Host Jot from Jot's News and President Jot. Today we'll be fact checking a Reddit post made by some player called Stazmaster. This no-name makes some wild claims in his bombshell Reddit post. All the while his no-name counterparts cheered him on in the comments.
Cut to the chase, fact checker Jot, not to be confused with Host Jot and President Jot.
Fairly sure that's all the same person.
Why yes, of course, SwagNews. His first outlandish claim was, he said, and I quote, the griefing of Soup Base 2. Why is this an outlandish claim, you might ask? That's simple. It's because, as you know with all your holiness and wisdom, that nobody in their right mind would take time out of their day to blow up a new fag no-name base. Am I right? And for that reason, I declare this a pants-on-fire lie.
Right as always, fact checker Jot, not to be confused with Host or President Jot.
That logic doesn't make sense, otherwise new fags would be hungry.
His second claim came in the first couple words of the Reddit post. He said, and I quote, these prominent members of the 99T community have a very trusted and valued reputation. I mean, come on, man. None of the people you named in the Reddit post were remotely prominent or trusted. Broken Griffin? Sriracha King? Who are these people? I mean, come on.
Holy fuck, fact checker Jot. You are so based.
Thank you. Anyways, enough about me. This is a flat-out lie by Stazmaster. Our sources indicate that not one person in this Reddit post was prominent or trustworthy. Furthermore, all their reputations combined could be the equivalent of Hayden 2003. With the evidence I have gathered, I declare this to be a flat-out lie as well.
That is true. At least I know who Hayden 2003 is. I mean, imagine joining a base named after a literal who, am I right? Nothing like the blessed SwagNews base.
We will now be discussing one final claim. I know it pains me to not discuss more, but the producer is limiting my time and there are just a billion things wrong with this guy's post. The final claim is, Soup Base had a member count of over 30. The verdict of this claim is true. Only new fags and no-names could come up with this stupid idea. Who thought that this was remotely a good idea? The base was probably leaked 7 to 9 times before Broken leaked it or whatever happened.
But what about Job?
Holy fuck, are those guys brain dead?
They are new fags and nobodies. Make the calculations.
True. Thank you, fact checker Jot, for this analytical analysis. I am glad we can count on you for the facts and news.
SwagNews, that was a pleonasm. You don't need to say analytical
and a time.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Listen, I know you want to get back to whatever garbage you were watching before, but what if I told you there was a better way to get your news? A way that is safe, fast, reliable, true, cool, American. Look no further than Jot's News. We aim to provide everything that certain other news channels really can't, like the absence of idiocy, swag, hope. Our aim is to provide everyone with news that they can trust. Together, we will build a better tomorrow. We hope to see you on the next installment of Jot's News.
Who the fuck let that trash air? I'll have a talk with the producers later.
Mostly I don't understand the complete 180 from his attitude 5 minutes ago.
What? You haven't figured it out yet? This Justin, Jot is a complete nutcase with dissociative identity disorder. More news at 11.
No need to get sarcastic. And I don't know, it didn't really seem like multiple personalities. The guy we had in our studio was acting exactly like Jot.
That's the whole point. While he acts relatively the same, he's just as consistent in his narrative as MRCK.
Maybe it's part of the Trump impression.
What impression?
I give up.
You'll hear that? Jot's news is ran by a literal schizo who can't even remain consistent with his opinion, much less report in an unbiased way like I do.
Do you actually expect me to read what is written on this piece of paper?
What do you think?
SwagNews has been there for years, reporting on the subjects that others often failed to report and tackling the egos of uppity new fags of all kinds.
So do remember that when the time comes to pick your favorite news station. Pick SwagNews, because we're the best. And I swear to God I'll hunt down every single new fag who doesn't.
Leave him alone!
Let go!
Leave him alone, I'll call the police. Sir, get away from him! Get away from him! That's what you get.